Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl JoJo, and I just did this whole review and forgot to turn my camera on. So now I'm having to do it again. I'm aggravated, but I'm trying to laugh through it. I'm trying to laugh through the pain. But anyway, we're here to talk about Mary Mary Season 6, Episode 3, and y'all know I got it bootlegged up in my car, so let's get it up through here real quick. Y'all didn't tell me I was giving you action over here. I can't understand how the touch of your hand makes my pulse react. Oh, y'all was just gonna let me sit on here and be naked on camera, huh? Trying to get a peep show. Ooh, wee. Boy, y'all is not slick. The episode picks up where it left off, okay? Tina is trying to figure out if she's pregnant. Teddy over there looking worried, like, please, God, do not let us have any more children. When Tina is trying to see what's up with the test, she shook it. And y'all, why she's shaking in Google's direction? Google was just like, don't shake that towards me. And Tina's just kind of like, my bad, but let me tell you, Google, baby, you a good one, because Tina would have got it that day. And my initial reflex to having something with P on it flick towards me would have immediately railed my hand back this way and straight upward, a upper thrust. Right there, straight up self-defense move. I would have came out of that chair and I would have hit her right up here in the round here region. She better move quick. I'm sure she do. Because y'all been sisters for a long time. Y'all can't tell me y'all ain't never fought in that house. So I'm pretty sure Tina got quick reflexes. She would have moved out the way. Oh, but baby girl would have had one hell of a knot. Because I would have caught that forehead. But anyway, y'all, she not pregnant. So we don't even need to dwell on that too long. Everybody is rendering up a praise. Let me tell you, Tina, Teddy, and everybody else out there, quit acting surprised and relieved when the pregnancy test is negative. What I need you to do is, so that you don't have these worries, get on some form of birth control. Tina, I don't care if you got to take it back to the diaphragm. Do they still sell diaphragm anymore, the sponge? Whatever you need to do, just go ahead and do that. Or Teddy get the snip, Tina get the tubes tied, whatever y'all need to do. But all this surprise reaction that we be getting, no. So then in the next scene, we are at this church, and Warren is up at the front. So I'm looking and I'm thinking to myself, now Warren got an okay little voice, but who letting him lead praise and worship? Why he up there doing praise and worship, y'all? But then I found out he wasn't singing, y'all. He's a pastor. I don't know how that got by me. I thought I followed Erica and Warren on Instagram, but obviously I've been asleep because I did not know he pastored a church. And it was so funny because in the comments of where I was watching the show, somebody was just like, Erica and Warren not fooling me. They want that free text credit for pastoring a church. I said, y'all ain't right. Warren is about $1 though. We can't never do. I ain't gonna accuse him of that. Seemed like the parishioners love the church. I just think it's funny that Warren is a pastor. I don't think I would have ever seen him that way. He got the pastoral look. Actually, Warren got the minister of music look. All minister of music, they all look the same. They all be kind of heavy set, and they all kind of got that look like they used to be a hoe, but they not a hoe no more. Warren has that look, but yeah, Warren he's so controlling and so like it needs to go the Warren way that I don't see him working well with a group of deacons and, trustees. But that church looks small, so they probably got like 2 deacons and they probably friends of Warren. And they probably ain't got no trustees, just people who take up the offering every other Sunday or what have you. But, kudos to them. They look very happy in their roles. Erica is First Lady and Warren as a pastor. So y'all better go ahead and do it, Pastor and First Lady. Now, while they're at the church, a lady walks up to Tina. And I was looking at her and I was just like, gosh, she looks so familiar to me. Where do I know her from? Y'all, I can't believe it. But that doggone Mona Scott Young signed to deal with the devil of WeTV, apparently, because now we got characters from Love and Hip Hop making their way on over. Okay, it's Althea Mama. And Althea's mama tells Tina that we've watched your show and we see what you and Teddy have been through. We saw you guys get past it. We, meaning her and Althea. And I believe that you can have a conversation with my daughter. Her fiance was caught out there. He was he was, that mama was getting all tripped up, and Tina's just like, well, what's the situation? Well, there was a situation where, he was out, he got, there was fornication. And I was just like, mama, she said it as if fornication is something that only people in a relationship can do. I don't know if she was going for infidelity, but uh Benzino and Althea been fornicating the whole time. So there's been fornication involved. Be clear, mama, what is we talking about? But he was cheating. Okay, Tina basically got it out of her. I said, thank you, Tina, because she was wearing us out with all these words she was trying to use. Y'all, my computer crooked. I'm telling y'all, I got it rigged up in this car. But Benzino was out there cheating. It's no surprise. And Tina tells her, look, I can come talk to her, but me and my husband, we roll as a team. All right, we roll together. So I thought that was cool. I've always appreciated when I see two couples counseling another couple. But that does lead me to one important point. Now, when Tina was going on and on about them going through what they went through so they could counsel other couples, I don't have a problem with that. I just want her and Teddy to be careful when it comes to this whole counseling thing, because counseling is considered, a behavioral, I couldn't get it out of, I got that Althea mama, can't get my words out, a behavioral science, and you want to be respectful of the craft of counseling. It's not just you going through something and you being able to tell somebody else what you went through. You could put that in the category of wise counsel, because you guys are Christians and because you are spiritual. You could put it in the category of spiritual counseling, but you want to be careful in using that term and calling yourself a counselor, because a counselor studies techniques and facts and figures and all kind of stuff to be able to tell married people how to best make their marriage work based on their communication style, based on their personality, based on their history. As black folk, we love the church, but I think that it's very difficult to counsel somebody spiritually if they're not there spiritually. Okay, you can counsel them all day about what God wants for them and what God has for them, but if they're not both striving to get there, if they're not at that point, they're going to need some techniques to help them out until they reach that point where their spirituality is at a level where no matter what they go through, or not no matter, but many of the things that they go through won't be able to take them out. You can't just have, I believe there has to be a balance, basically, is what I'm saying. And I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from with that. We have the counseling session. And let me tell you guys this. I would have been more in it and more sympathetic if it wasn't Benzino and Althea. Just something about the two of them just screams, we want to be on the show. It didn't seem realistic. I think that Tina and Teddy were being realistic, but those two, but let me not, because I don't know, but I don't see it for the two of them. Tina gives Althea really good advice. She told Althea she was angry and that she really needed to decide if this man was worth it, and that if she loved him enough to go through it. Do you love him enough to go through it? Okay. Teddy gives Benzino some real good advice. I had to really get into myself and decide, do I want God more or do I want my wife more? I've been letting the devil use me all this time. What do I want more? And I decided a retainer, that I wanted God more, and God gave me back my wife. And I was just like, okay, all right, Teddy, okay, good. That was some good. Teddy got away with some words. That's probably how you found yourself in them situations you found yourself in, all right, slick ass. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. You guys, let's just talk about this real quick. 10 affairs? Why? Now we knew. I knew that Teddy had multiple affairs, but for some reason in my mind, the number was 3 or 4. I did not know it was 10. Is it worse that he had 10 affairs? Or is it worse if he was with one woman and slept with her over 10? Child, I don't care. I ain't got time to be wrapping my head around it. 10 affairs is a lot. It's wrong. I don't know how I would be able to heal from that. So it definitely couldn't have been nobody but God, because that doggone Tina, when she said that she had guns and she was hearing voices and she it was just like, kill him, kill him, kill him. I said, oh my goodness. She admitted she went through it, and I would have been going through it as well, y'all. 10 affairs. Oh my gosh. It's just, Yeah, y'all, I don't know. That really would have broken me. I don't know if I would have been able to go back to that. And it reminded me of when Honey was telling Tina that she could get through it and that she could make it. And she was almost annoyed with Tina when they first began having that conversation when Tina was saying she couldn't do it. I wonder if the fact that Honey went through what she went through with their father, because you know their father was out there and he had multiple affairs on Honey. I know somebody who went to that church back in the day, and they said that Daddy had all kind of stuff going on. But we ain't gonna speak ill of the dead, but Daddy was out there. So I'm wondering if the nature of their environment teaches them to take back men who have cheated. Added to that, the fact that they are so wrapped up in the church and so wrapped up in God that they need and require to make their marriage work no matter what. Your family life can shape you more than you realize, because you got to remember Erica also took Warren back, and he had been cheating. Now I don't know how often. I don't know if it was 10 affairs, but you know it had gone down at some point before. I know they met when they were very young, so that doesn't really surprise me. But I wonder if their father is a depiction of what they believe men just do, and you accept it. But whew. But long story short, Benzino and Althea get past it. Althea was crying, Benzino was crying, and at the end, Teddy said, "Look, we are here for as long as y'all want us to be here." I was waiting on Benzino to say back, "Well, we are here for as long as you have a show on network television that we can come on and get up here and get to crying and act like we in this real lovey-dovey relationship." You guys, I don't see it. I don't see it. Definitely not with Althea. They are happy about the work they have done, and they both say this is what it's all about. We counseling people, we get marriages back together. I guess, y'all, I mean, God put you through situations sometimes so you can give your testimony and you can be a witness for others. I'm going to tell you right now, God, don't test me. Do not test me. Okay, I do not need that kind of test, especially not 10 times. Okay, don't do it, Lord. I don't need it. Well, when are you guys going to write no? So then we moving on. So in keeping with the Mary, we moving on along, and Warren wants to know what is going on with Farewell. Now I done did my part. I need y'all to do y'all part. Y'all need to write your music. You need to get your music together. And both Erica and Tina is just like, fine, you know, we gonna do it. So they're trying to get things together there. In the meantime, y'all know Warren, the eternal Mary optimist. He is in the background pulling the strings with the booking agent to get them to agree to a show for Mary to do. He said if he go through the booking agent, they're more likely to say yeah, but if he do it himself, they're going to tell him no. The show is in Manchester. It's a big opportunity. So, of course, the both of them do end up saying yes. So they got this show, and Warren is hoping that it's going to be like a good warm-up to prepare for Israel. So they have this show coming up, and they need to get this song written. Gugu and the other sister are cleaning out Gugu's studio. Gugu got some other stuff in the works, so she wanted this whole studio to be like a side gig. She ain't going to be investing too much money in that anymore. The sister tells her, well, you know, while you're talking about money, I'm thinking about starting my own company, a health and wellness company, like a health and wellness tea clinic or something like that. Gugu thinks it's a good idea until the sister tells her that it's going to be like a cannabis place, you know, marijuana. And Gugu said, what? You gonna be in there getting people? You gonna be in there smoking and getting high, and you know, a whole bunch. It's all of this going on. But the sister thinks it's gonna be a good idea. I actually think it probably would be a good idea too. On top of that, I want that sister to do something. Every time I see her, she just sitting there. She just sitting there. Ever since she got married, she just been sitting there. So I want to see her do a little bit more. She probably got stuff going on. I'm talking about on the show, but Gugu tells her we should get Tina involved, and we should get Tina to sign in and put some money into her business. And they all laughing at that. So I guess they're gonna play a good little joke over on Tina or whatever. But so after all of that, we get over to Tina's house. So Tina gets a call from the booking agent. And the booking agent has an opportunity in Nairobi, Kenya for them to do a show. Now, this is a great idea. Don't get me wrong. And everybody should be hype about Nairobi, Kenya, especially since they were supposed to go to Africa, but Mitch had messed it up. And then they showed us a flashback, child. I forgot that Mitch was a handful, but y'all know I like Mitch. So anyway, Tina accepts the invitation without talking to Erica. And her reasoning is because they're always talking about Mary Mary. They're always harping about Mary Mary. And she should just roll with it because she the one that always want to do Mary Mary. So what is the day before the Manchester show? Okay, she should just want to do it because any other time they want me to do it and they want me to be ready for Mary Mary. So now I'm ready and they should be ready too. So she accepts on both of their behalf, and I knew right then that that was going to be a problem. Once Erica finds out that Tina has accepted the deal, you know, Erica has the attitude, and rightfully so. I thought it was so interesting that Erica brought up the fact that that was going to be her and Warren's, I believe, 16th wedding anniversary. So I was like, wow, that's really beautiful. They've been together all their time. But she tells us that it's her 16th wedding anniversary, and she can't believe Tina would have scheduled something on her wedding anniversary. I said, hold up. Okay, what about the Dove Awards? Y'all remember when they wanted Tina to skip her anniversary trip to come to the Dove Awards? Now, granted, the Dove Awards in, you know, Nairobi is on 2 different levels, but I'm just saying, y'all had wanted her to skip her anniversary, and y'all was mad at her, but okay, I guess it's a little bit different. But then, honey, all them feelings went out the window because that doggone Warren, he don't care either way. He was just like, well, this will be our first anniversary not being together, but I'm more worried about you trying to do two shows back to back. So basically what Warren was saying was, I'm cool with you going. I'm going to be sad if we not together, but, you know, I do want this Mary Mary thing to happen. So if you got to go ahead. But you're going to be cutting it close getting to Manchester. And, honey, just for giggles, y'all, I looked up a Nairobi to Manchester flight. The shortest flight, a direct flight, is 11 hours and 45 minutes. No. Tina's explanation is, oh, well, you guys are always wanting Mary Mary, and you guys always want me to get on board, and now I'm on board, and when I'm on board, y'all want me to get off board, and, you know, y'all been together all this time anyway, it ain't really gonna matter. I thought that was callous. Okay, you want people to understand your situation, just like Teddy told her. Be a little bit more understanding of what she's talking about. Then, you know, when Erica tells her that's crazy for us to fly back into Manchester and get there 4 hours before we have to start our show. And first of all, it ain't even going to be 4 hours. Once you got to go through security, unless they charter in private, you got to go through security and do all these different things. By the time you get over there, you're going to be about 2.5 to 3 hours, you know, ready to start your show. And, when Erica brings something up about stress or when they're talking, Tina got the nerve to tell us, the viewers, well, I only get stressed out when it's stuff I don't really want to do or when it's stuff that I'm not too sure about. And, you know, they always pushing me to do Mary Mary, and now I'm ready to do Mary Mary. When it's stuff I'm ready to do, I don't get stressed out. There's a word for that, Tina. There's a word. Do you know what that word is? That word is selfish. Any other time when you don't want to do something, you don't want to do it and you don't want to hear what nobody got to say and they can't ease you into it. But when you really want to do it, you don't care what nobody else feel. You on board and you want to do it and you don't feel no type of way about it. There's a word for that. And that is what you are being. I'm sure that Erica gonna roll with it though because that's what she always does. She's passive aggressive. Both of y'all not gonna work me. Y'all not gonna work my emotions this season. No, you are not. I'm not gonna let. When Erica and Tina are talking, they end up getting an alert for the Ariana Grande thing. I was just like, what are the odds? Okay, on filming day that you get the We TV. Y'all gotta do better than this. But she got the alert, and they are wondering if the Manchester thing is still a go. And Erica gets home, and she's talking to Warren about it, and she's upset and thinking like, what if this could have been one of our children? You guys, that is my biggest fear about having children. You cannot protect them. You cannot protect them. And I didn't realize it when I was younger, how my mama used to call me all the time and always want to know where I was at and what you doing. And I called you 5 minutes ago, you didn't answer the phone. Even when I got, you know, to college, like about to graduate, she would do that and it would get on my nerves. And I just later came to realize that in your mind, you're thinking of all the worst possible things that could happen. And I guess that comes with I guess being a parent. But child, that's why I be second guessing, the whole children thing, because that. I mean, I know anything could happen anytime, and Tina made a good point. You can't live your life in fear. You don't operate in fear. We don't operate in the spirit of fear because we serve the Lord. That situation really was sad. In addition to the Vegas one, and I know you can't wrap your kids up and put them in your pocket, but don't you wish you could? All right, y'all, that was it. It wasn't a super packed episode, but it was still a pretty good episode. So let me put these workout clothes on and get ready to die. Let me not say that, but get ready to lose my breath, because my trainer was tripping on Wednesday and he was tripping today. It's my last week of boot camp, trying to decide if I want to give up that money for another 6 weeks. I had a Groupon. Y'all know I'll be broke, but I've gotten such good results that I just don't know. I might get rid of some of this double chin if I keep it going. But anyway, you guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you for the next episode. Okay, bye bye.